How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Patapon Free, and in today's episode, I was on a fucking rant about the Sierra Crash Bandicoot games last episode. I don't really think I want to continue that rant, because I don't really said anything I haven't said a million times in my other Let's Plays before. Yeah, the dungeon, the better version, the harder version of this dungeon, we're gonna do in a much later episode. I think it's episode, I don't know, 36 or something, because this dungeon is quite difficult. And I'll do it once my Patapons are much better. Look at that. Tagami Sutra. Tategami, sorry. Repels foes. So, with the Yarigami Sutra, what happens is that you summon this like spearman Patapon in the back, and all your Patapons, all they do is constantly attack. So, you know, they're constantly on the offensive. Fuck this plot. Oh. Slug Turtle, there's something wrong? Well, yes, there is. It really hurt my back. It must be my age. I'm 25. So old. Stop faking it, Slug Turtle. I do kinda like voicing Busgrave. I'm improving doing that accent. How dare you say such a thing? What's up, Black Hoshipon? Hey, you guys. What's up, guys? It's me, Black Hoshipon. A dark one. Well, that's kind of racist to say to someone. What are you dark heroes doing here? Ah, never mind. They're all dark. More importantly, what brings a dark one into our world? Yeah, what are you doing in the plot of this game, Black Hoshipon? Can you tell us? Now I see, you're with those old school djinns, 7 of them, right? Did I voice for him? I don't know. Have I? Maybe so, but what business do you have with us? I will lend assistance to those who fight Oro. I'll give you like a free parking space. You can park next to my house if you want. That surely is the key to defeating Oro and his army. More available parking spaces. I mean, for fuck's sake, where are all the deaf bones or whatever the fuck they're called supposed to park their cars? Also, I think like the deaf bones, design-wise, I like them slightly better than the Carmen from Patapon 2, but Zigotons are still the best Patapon villains from Patapon 1, because they, you know, it makes sense. You have the Patapon, they're round and white, and then you have Zigotons, and they're kind of squarish looking and red eyes. Then Carmen are kind of dumb. They just have like these voodoo looking masks. And in this game you have the deaf bone, and they're never really explained who they are. At least Carmen, I think, had some explanation on who they are. I don't remember the explanation, but I believe there was something. While the deaf bone are just some nameless bad guys. With the Zigotons, 2 of them became some of the like biggest, like the most important characters in this fucking story of Patapon. The guy whose name I can't remember, but he's like one of the. He had a really cool arc where at first he's just a simple Zigoton on a watchtower, where he sat there with his boyfriend, and then you kill his boyfriend, and instead of killing the other guy, he runs away, and then each time you meet him, he becomes more and more powerful till he eventually just straight up gives in to evil entirely. And he just sells his soul to the devil. I obliterated this fucking boss fight, by the way. I was supposed to fight all the dark heroes at once. They had a demon on their side, a fucking lizard. And I did a summon. As you can see, the spear summon would cause my Patapons to constantly attack, but this one does not. This one summons a big shield, and the shield just keeps inching forward, Same with my army, they're slowly making their way forward, and if anybody gets close to them, then they attack. Which, in my opinion, this summon works best if you just get right up in the enemy's face and then use it. Which may not yield the best results in all scenarios, but from now on I'll be using this summon. Why is the ground like fucking misaligned over there? You see that? Yeah, it looks like a white bar. What the fuck is that about? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I talked about Rage Wolf's backstory. That guy I just talked about, whose boyfriend got killed in the first game, I believe that's supposed to be Rage Wolf. He later became Rage Wolf, but how did that happen? Like, he dies at the end of Patapon 1. You fight him eventually when he just fully sells his soul to the devil and becomes, like, really evil. And then you defeat him. And you can get, like, a cool helmet from him. But at what point he became Rage Wolf? Is he... Are all the fucking heroes, like, resurrected from the dead? Slug Turtle says he's really old, so, like... Has he always been a dark hero, or has he became one recently? Hello there, Oro. Kind Oro. I like him. He's evil, but like not really. He's just kind of chilling. Right here I be. Are you gonna ask me to duel, man? Free trip to Ryugu Palace? What? I don't quite understand. Time to duel. No, I shan't activity. Perhaps you could give me a good kick and slide me all the way to Earth End? What you doing here, Buzzcray? What you doing here, Ravenous? The Earth is at peace. A perfect day for a duel. You can't behead a turtle in its sleep? I do love how he just pulls that fucking shield out of the ground. I have the exact same shield. I got it last episode. If you remember. I wish I had Sonarchy's fucking sight though, that'd be dope. Turkeys in the oven, tricks are up the sleeves. Take a gander if you please. What's that supposed to rhyme? A gander? Is that a rare item? At this point I think Ravenous is just pretending to be himself. I'm pretty sure he confessed to Buzzcray that he is a changed man, but I don't think he wants to expose himself in front of Sonarchy. Well, you heard them, and so I must ask you to duel. Sure, you will accept this generous reptile's request? Geriatric, sorry. Thank you, young lad. Oh, I guess I would have given him a Scottish accent if I knew how to do one. How quick, I thought you were slow moving. Now then, I shall take my leave. Hehehe. Fucking slides away. Sonarchy rides on him. To be quite honest, I never expected we Dark Heroes to ever be pushed this far. Venerable Oro, may our next duel be fought as it were our last. See you in the trenches. Ooh, what you got to say, Ravenous? Or should I say, Gong? The second main villain from Patapon 1, and later a villain in Patapon 2, and now he's also here. Under a different name, under an alias, with a new mask. Yes, our ties extend far into the past. I have banded with an archfiend and gave myself to this mask, all to determine which of us has the right to be called a warrior. He might have changed, but I ain't gonna change his voice. The chance to settle our score will come soon enough. I'll make sure of it. He's so cool when he walks away. The boss fight against Ravenous at the end of the game is probably the toughest in the game. I mean, I know the, Ice the Donga that kicked my fucking ass. It's much harder. But I'm talking about like boss fights that you have to do to actually beat the game. And like the final boss fight is really fucking easy. And the boss fight before it, the one against Ravenous, is really hard. It may be due to my classes of Patapons and my equipment. Like, maybe someone who's using more ranged Patapons actually had a much easier time against them, but I don't know. I had a hard time against them. Barely did it. Look at that, there's the Death Bone. Bone Death? Yeah, I think they're called Bone Death. And there's these like purple Zigoton looking guys. I don't remember what they're called. But they're from Patapon 2, like about halfway through the game. Instead of fighting Carmen, you start fighting these guys. Yeah, and they got these like scorpion looking helmets, and I believe the Zigoton, who later turned into Rage Wolf, I guess. I believe he's the guy who had the scorpion helmet in the first game. Then in the second game everybody copied his style. And now in this game they're back copying his style, and Rage Wolf is also here. And the little bit of like dialogue that hinted at Rage Wolf being that guy from the first game was pretty well hidden, because it was hidden behind a conversation with Silver Hoshipon that you could optionally do, where he tells you that, oh, long ago someone lost their lover and gave themselves to evil, and that's exactly, and then it became Rage Wolf. And I was like, holy shit, yeah, there was a guy like that in Patapon 1. And I remember when I was recording Patapon 1, I was passing my driver's license. For like my B, you know, standard normal car driver's license. While now I'm passing for my truck driver's license. I meant to have a lot of you know, practice drive this week and an exam tomorrow, but while my work had other plans, because I was supposed to go to that other town to like get all these signatures today. That didn't work out, because they didn't prepare the document for us in time. So finally, you know what the best part about not having a uniform is? I can't be bossed around by anybody anymore. I don't have to fucking, you know, salute anyone, speak to people properly, otherwise they'll fucking yell at me. I can just walk into someone's fucking, you know, private office and be like, excuse me, I'm here to take care of something, instead of being like, you know, Lieutenant Private OrosZ reporting something blah blah blah. Something fucking stupid like that. Private fucking OrosZ. Man, I hate that shit. I hate that. Like, can you fucking imagine? Like, I don't know, maybe you guys also work in the army, so it's not that big of a deal for you. Maybe you even fucking like that if you're fucking insane. But can you picture going to work and, I don't know, being yelled at for inappropriately, like, asking a question? Or inappropriately entering a fucking room? Could you imagine that? Or fucking even something like passing someone in a hallway? In a slightly not exactly how they fucking imagine you to do that? It's so stupid, you know? One time we got fucking yelled at for like walking back to our fucking container to change our clothes incorrectly. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. What, we can't even walk correctly anymore? See you fellas in the next episode. Bye.